Alright gang, we haven't actually covered this yet on this channel. Urzikstan, the new Warzone map, so they revealed this last week actually, and I wanted to go over this just on the channel to give everybody an expectation. If you haven't seen the map, like if you haven't actually seen the reveal, we're gonna go ahead and watch that real quick, and then I just kind of wanted to talk about some of the different POIs. I don't know why we're not going full screen. Let's see. Hit this switch, bop, 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 boom, there we go gang. Alright, check this out. Now I have desktop audio off. I mean, it's not really necessary, so we can just see her and kind of talk over it. WARZONE City. This kind of looks like the downtown area with high rise like we currently have. Nothing too crazy. That looks so insane, bro. Look how nuts this layout is. Like, this is already built like a multiplayer map just on top of the roof, essentially like high rise. But I mean, my god, the layout of this is so sick. It's very open too. Notice how everything really has a lot of windows, there's access to everything. You can look, you know, mantle here, now you're on the roof, ladders here. You can get up in these scaffoldings. And so far in beta, all of these have had zip lines. Like, you could zip all the way up. So I reckon if someone's camping, you know, let's say they're camping, you're sniping that way, you can probably zip up and get out and get over there really easy. But the layouts have been so sick for all these plays. This right here reminds me a lot of the quarry we had in Verdansk. Like, even just like the mountain area kind of behind it, the rails, the big smokestack, the massive building with the windows on the top, the smaller buildings around the bottom. I can definitely see that. It looks like we have a off to the side back there, we had a nuclear power plant too. I think that's kind of cool. That kind of ties into the ground war map we have in beta. This, I might be crazy, this is the train station, except it has a second story from Blackout. Tell me I'm crazy when I say that, bro. This is the train station from Blackout, like undoubtedly. Like the door on the side, the two doors here to get into the lobby. Like, I'm almost certain that's the train station from Blackout. Popov Power, whatever. This is in beta right now. This is a ground war map. I actually have a video on the channel of me playing that. I really enjoyed it. The Shaheen Manor looks a lot like the building from Caldera, like the city capitol building. Lowtown is going to be favela essentially. I think that's super duper sick. They're incorporating that. Old Town, this almost looks like Dome that we saw from the original Modern Warfare 3 in World at War, I want to say. Or I guess it was World at War and Vanguard when they added that. But that shape of that building made me think of Dome. Orlov military base. Looks like big satellite dishes. I'm not noticing like any sort of ladder back there. Let's go back. I want to see if like we're able to get on top of these. I'm not seeing any sort of ladder or zip line on any of these structures, but I'm sure there's going to be a thing where you can probably get up top or something. I mean, maybe not. Maybe you can land a helicopter up there, and there's no telling. But this is the lower part of the base. It looks like these are bunkers. They're not open though. That's a big thing. Yeah, those bunkers were not open, so there's probably going to be loot in these areas within maybe these bunkers. It'll almost be like Millie base we had in Verdansk, you know? These bunkers will have loot, but I don't think we can go into the silos. But the silos open up a lot for the events. You know, they love nuking Warzone maps. Urzikstan cargo. This looks like a pretty cool area. This is pretty similar to the cargo area we had in Warzone 1. Quadri Shopping Center. We kind of have something similar to this right now in Al Mazrah. This is like an overview of the main downtown area. And it honestly kind of looks like a mixture of Verdansk with the downtown area, with the massive buildings, but also with Al Mazrah, you know, with the smaller buildings. They definitely stay with more of a Middle Eastern vibe than a Russian vibe like they did in Verdansk. But yeah, I mean, going through just all the different POIs, even here flying over, let's see, right here in the beginning, you can see there's a lot of water on this map. To my understanding, the map's essentially one giant circle, and then there's, you know, all these little trails kind of all around, and then there's bridges to connect everywhere. It seems like a very large map, like an extremely large map So I'm hoping the player count's like up there like that. I hope they do not sell on that. They better make the player count just like super fat, 150 minimum, bro. I really like the zip line from building to building. I think that's super duper cool. You know, hopefully it works both ways instead of just going down. Hopefully you can go like there and back. I think that's really cool. So, you know, you can zip up to here, zip across if you need to. I don't think we've seen a zip line from one building to the other in Warzone before. So it's really cool to see that. Looks like we have stairs on the far side of this building as well. It's always nice to have outside external options to get up to the top. I'm sure there's internal stairs on both of these buildings as well. But like I said, if people are camping at the top, it's nice to have multiple ways to get to that target. Super cool. This right here, we've already kind of covered it, but these have zip lines in them. They have grab lines. I don't know if that'll translate to Warzone. I really hope it does. It almost looks like it's open right here for a zip. I can't see one right here in this video, but I'm assuming it will. They do in Ground War at least, and they are super convenient to be able to fly. You can actually see it right there, that little hole in the floor. Let's see. Yeah, and you can see the cord right there. You can barely see it. You know, they have the perfect circular cutout, and then right here it looks like they have a rope hanging down. So yeah, okay, we'll be able to zip up on those. But I am super excited for this map. Let's read some of the specifications about it as we go through here. It says its position in Western Asia on the border of Black Sea. Urzikstan plays an important role in the Modern Warfare series, bordering the Republic of Alda, the location of Warzone's Al Mazrah map. Urzikstan has only recently come out under the thumb of the dictator Roman Barkov due to a joint operation between the CIA, SAS, and the Urzikstan Liberation Force, also known as the ULF here, founded by Farah. Oh, that's pretty cool. So it looks like this is Farah's domain. Super neat. Let's see. We got Levin Resort, more of a touristy area. It's looking like Popov Power, Orlov Military Base, which is where the missile silos were. Seaport District, Urzikstan Cargo, Old Town, Low Town, Hadika Farms. I hope I said that. Hadika? That's kind of crazy, you hear me? Zaravan City, Zaravan Suburbs, Sahin Manor. I'm assuming that's going to be pronounced Sahin. Let's see, more on the way. So I guess we'll see more, but gang, that's the first look. That's all we have right now. Obviously there's gameplay there. If you go on YouTube, you can watch gameplay of this map. But this is my initial, like, I haven't actually sat down and really soaked in all these like little stills and clips they have. I can say right now though, that is definitely a wire right there. So yeah, that's the biggest thing I'm concerned about in Warzone, like coming into this game, really is player count, vehicles, and movement. So like being able to move around the map as fluent as possible is going to be massive. When Warzone started integrating these giant maps and these lower player counts, and then vehicles that you weren't willing to fly or drive across the map because they were super slow or they just play clunky, that really like put a dampener on the mood for me. Warzone 1, I think the best part about it, in my opinion, not even the map, like the map was good, you know, Verdansk is awesome, but it was just how fluent the game moved. You could control the pace of the game so well. If you and your boys wanted to go out and just put up a clinic, put up Hall of Fame numbers, you could split up 3-4 vehicles and just go crazy. And I'm looking for that. That's really what I want to see with Warzone again, is being able to control that movement, control the pace. But it's coming, boys. Urzikstan is on the move. It's going to be a part right here, launching in December as part of Season 1. The game releases November 10th. So you have from November 10th to probably the middle of December, if I had to guess, to get your guns leveled up and get them ready for Warzone. I'm just gonna call it Warzone 3. They might continue to call it Warzone 2, there's no telling. But gang, the future of Warzone is here. I'm excited. I hope they make drastic changes. But like we spoke about in yesterday's video, this game wasn't really supposed to be a full title in itself. This was more of an extension of Modern Warfare 2, where they could work out most of the kinks they had going on. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, enjoy the content, hit that sub button, crush that like button. Also gang, thank you so much for 1 million views on the channel. Super crazy, man. Super, super crazy. Let's go for 2 million. We got it. Undoubtedly. You guys are the best. I'll catch you tomorrow with another heater. Let's get it.